thoughts, I make the world shake. When I turn off my talents, restore the balance to sex, money, drugs, violence, and watered down ballads. Warning, falling rock zone, crack your dome. You're now lost in a world that's for years been my home. Your only means of protection would have been your daddy's contraception. Your reflection in itself is a weapon.
Most of the underground cats in here tune into Hot Late Night to hear, you know, K's show and some of the late night shows that are still able to play independence. I mean, you got to gauge yourself against the majors. I mean, the majors are going to get the noon mixes and the 5 o'clock mixes, and if you have it in with the DJ, you may get your joint spun in that mix. But for the most part, you really do have to try and go for the late night mixes and build. And really, at the end of the day, it's all about relationships. You can still build relationships with DJs and get them to play your joints in their mixes.
The artists that are coming out, that are on the radio, that get played in those spots, the reason that they get spins is because the labels basically are promoting an album that's coming out in stores. So if you're sitting at home, you're not on a label, and you're thinking to yourself, why can't I get my song played on radio? It's because you don't have anything out that's promoted that's going out in stores. So that's what they go by. And there's money that's behind these artists that are out there that are getting their records played. And you also have to analyze your music yourself and figure out if it matches the quality of that music that's on the air. Sometimes even if it matches the tempo of the stuff that's playing right now. And you gotta look within yourself as an artist and say, you know, is my stuff worthy? Is it ready? Is it sound quality? Is it mixed? Is it mastered? And there's a lot of things, a lot of factors that go into it outside of just the records, man.
I'm gonna give you a great example. This is an artist here tonight. He's been on our site, it's Esso, and his actual philosophy, and I talked to him, he's like, I'm gonna network and I'm gonna get to know people, and then they're gonna get to know me. So he might not have went the showcase route, the mixtape route, or what have you, but he talked to people like me, he talked to people like maybe Madeline, so just people in general, and then people found out about him, and we like his music. So I mean, you gotta be logical in the way that you start networking yourself. If you wanna get on the radio and that's your goal, network with DJs. If you wanna be on website, BET, whatever, you got resources here that you can holler at them right now. The whole thing is being persistent for one, and being humble. Being humble. Don't be like, I need this. Yo, the first thing I do when I read I need my song on All Hip Hop, delete. I'm not messing. I need oxygen and food and water. That's it. You know, that's what you need. I'm gonna put you up there if I like you. You know what I'm saying? So be humble. I would love if I get the opportunity. And I'm not saying that to be like, oh, you need to bow down, but I'm just saying, I'm sure you guys get crazy email every day about people always wanting something. So you gotta kind of convince us, like, listen, if you want me to put your music up there, first things first, it gotta be hot. Make sure you're putting a quality product out. But secondly, be humble, be smart. If you're going, read the art of war, you know what I mean? Just use it and translate it to hip hop. Be smart about what you're gonna do. Just we're not coming at you and I'm a street dude and I'm gonna listen to your music because you from the street. I'm gonna listen to your music because your package is good, your sound is good, it's mixed down, it's mastered. You came to me correct, and I'm gonna deal with you. And it's really that easy. And you got hot, but first it's gotta be hot.
Definitely gotta be hot.
What up? This is Rev Run for Urban Threshold Television. Peace.
Hi, this is Reverend Al Sharpton. You're watching Urban Threshold in the Bronx.
Urban Threshold, what you watching?
Humble and persistence, and don't let other people see your aggravation. That's something that's very, very key. There's a point where you don't want people to understand or see how frustrated this business is making you. And it's very easy sometimes just to let off on someone's answer machine or on an email and say, yo, you gotta put me on, this is what I'm doing, you gotta be there for me, you know what I mean? Everybody wants to do the same thing. This is a long, long road that you just gotta follow through on.
You gotta stay friendly. Honestly, the voicemails have gotta stop. People send CDs through and don't never follow up, or they follow up next and the next voicemail is nasty because you haven't listened to it or haven't heard it. And any DJ that's in the room knows that the amount of music that comes through your door is ridiculous. But the artists, aside from just staying humble, stay friendly. I mean, I realize we're all street, and there's a lot of street dudes in here that are struggling on some serious shit, but you can't let that shit shine through on your business. If you want to be raw as an artist, that's fine, but there's no such thing as a raw businessman. He doesn't go anywhere. And when you're promoting your records to radio, you gotta stay friendly and try and build a friendship with these DJs and these PDs and stuff. If you can build a personal, friendly relationship to where they genuinely want to call you back and talk to you, then you got something. You don't want to get to the point where they're ducking your calls because you've been so bitter and angry on the voicemail already in advertising. And on top of it, don't feel bad about calling somebody a million times to listen to your record. That's the nature of this business. Send me a CD if I haven't listened to it the first time. Call me again, and then call me again. And if you feel like you're harassing me, that's the name of the job, B. Just find a friendly way to do it.
I mean, yo, that's what we're about. If anybody knows us and our whole system with our emails and just how persistent we are with that, we're always about, yo, just keep going after people and tell someone, says, yo, leave me the fuck alone. You know, ain't no one gonna do that in this business because we're all trying to do the same thing.
You can send a DJ a funny drop or a funny promo along with your single. You got that much more of a chance to get your joint played.
Honestly, a lot of times we play promos from an artist a lot more than we'll play that same artist's single. You know what I mean? Because promos are such a necessity in radio and in mixtapes. And it's always about thinking of other outlets aside just from making that one song that will still get you up on the radio.
Building relationships is real crazy, man, because like you said, before I was an artist, like, it didn't really matter, all these people out in the industry that you have to deal with. But now you got DJs, producers, label executives, even people down the line, even down interns who might become CEOs one day. Like, you never know. But I want to say, like, it's the little things, man. The drops, the special emails, reaching out to people, building relationships, just the promo records, like anything you can do to just reach out to somebody and let them know why you're doing this. And I think once you choose this as your dream, as something that you want to do in life, there's no plan B, there's no exceptions, there's no excuses. Everything that comes along with it is part of your job. So building relationships to me, although it may seem like an issue or a big deal, it's part of what I want to do. So it becomes like you going to work every day.
A lot of artists I talk to, the model of the major major label is starting to disappear. You know, the sales are low, you know, not too much, you know, the multi-million-dollar budgets for videos, you don't see that. That's been going since the 90s. So now, the model a lot of people are looking at, TVT is in the house. You got Koch. I mean, a couple years ago, we was laughing at that. But artists is really making some real money off of that. And they could, you know, some of what your answer should be is that you should have a good team. Like Jeezy and them, he had a great team. He had a huge marketing. He had a huge buzz. So with that team, you should think about, if I have a team in place, maybe I should go independent. Right now, it might. Now, you know, Stimuli might be able to answer this better, but, you know, as a signed artist, there are some pros and cons to it. You might, as an artist, want to figure out which are the pros and cons and which is good for you, which is not good for you. You got to think about build your relationships with Apple. I mean, you as artists can have downloads. People can buy your single right now on iTunes. Figure it out. This artist I deal with, they don't have the deal, and they got iTunes downloads. Y'all can do it too. Yeah, that's what you should be thinking, because 5 years from now, that's how they're going to be gauging album sales. Not CD sales, digital downloads.
You're always going to need the major labels for their experience and their connections, but nowadays it's so much easier and so much more attainable for smaller companies, small independent labels to really go up to the majors and say, look, this is what we've done so far on our own, and get a much better deal.
You know you want me, you probably wanna kiss this. Act like it's Christmas and put me on your wish list. When it go down, I'ma help you grow your whiskers. Put your lips on my lips, come taste my honey.
You know you want me, you probably wanna lick this. Girl, I'm a treat every day, you can't get this. I'm busy, man, I be handling my business. But we could get our freak on some quick shit.
I be your wife, I be your girl, I be your mistress. But if you ain't spending that dough, you getting dismissed. That means you gotta keep me laced like a seamstress. You can't expect nothing less from the queen. My doggy style make you wanna jump up on that. Just like a dog on a chase for the kitty cat. Man,